Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to Badlands. First, we take a look at some peculiarities that come along with a sour gas petroleum boiler. This has now been up and running and stable, and all my power issues are solved. Yay! But let's deal with issues that come up. First off, this steam room. Every few cycles, you want to come in and check how hot this is. This sensor is set to 600, so whenever this is above 600, we should be cycling oil. This oil is the cooling solution for this aqua tuner. So if this room keeps going up in temperature, then we need to address that. We have three options for cooling this down, for adjusting this temperature. The first is super obvious. How much oil are we sending through? When I first started, it was at 3 kilograms. I turned it up to 350. Earlier on, I said that I wanted this to produce more heat, so these pipes were regular pipes. I then switched them back to insulated because I didn't need to produce as much heat. It's all about efficiency with the counterflows. So now that all three counterflows are working at maximum efficiency, it doesn't take a lot of cooling for this sour gas, which is 100 up here. By the time it gets down here, it's almost condensing already. So it's not taking much chill to condense it. Same thing on the way up. By the time it gets to here, it's already at flash temperature. So it's taking very little heat to flash it into sour gas. So this is running super efficiently, but still produces excess heat. Over here, because I have 4 legs, this is also now running at maximum efficiency, so it's only taking a very small amount of heat to convert this oil to petroleum. Well, that means that I'm not sucking as much heat out of here. So your 3 options for cooling this down is increase the amount of oil coming through. I went up to 3.5 kilograms. You can set this buffer to be longer, but now we've already got our buffer set to the point where this is running continuous. One non-obvious answer is change this pipe. Make this less efficient. Make this regular pipe, make this iron radiant. Do something so it takes more heat in this counterflow. So just things to be aware of, ways of changing that if this room starts going up in temperature too much and it's not sucking out enough heat, mess with the efficiency. On this map, I've only got 2 oil wells, so this right now is using 5.5 kilograms. My oil wells can only produce 6.6. That being said, I haven't turned on the second one yet because I've got this giant pool of oil, and I'm just slowly transferring heat into my cold, frozen core. Over here, I've got a couple ice biomes and stuff melting, so I'm just pumping that water through this filtration to run this electrolyzer. That's all it's doing. No big deal. But now let's get into what I said at the last. Oh, this is done. We do not want you to launch. You stop. That was close. That almost launched again. So this research rocket I'm now done with. I'm going to convert it over to cargo. Liam, you can get out of there. We'll switch over to 2 cargo modules. And the reason for that is magically on the other side of the base, we now have hydrogen rockets. One's already launched for cargo. I'll set this one up for cargo. And we'll go into kind of what happened and some tips and tricks when it comes to what to do. Didn't I say, yeah, I want to deconstruct all of that. So for hydrogen, you'll notice a lot of bridges. So one of the tricks for dealing with hydrogen is a pipe bridge costs 100 kilograms and takes up 3 spaces and has the magical property of the input side is empty. as long as there's room on the output side, the input side immediately transmits over to there. Insulated pipe costs 400. So these three will cost 1,200 kilograms of insulation or ceramic. But this only costs 100. You then have to put a pipe on either end. So now I've used 900 instead of 1,200. So you save some material by using bridges. And because bridges don't interact, it's okay if you use something that's not insulation. In this case, I used ceramic, but that means I saved a bunch of material coming all the way around. Now, I ran out of insulation. I ran out of reed fiber. So most of this is ceramic, which does interact. Over here, this ceramic pipe has been circulating for a long time, and as you can see, it is cooling down this area. Doesn't interact much, but it does do some, so I have to have it circulate or my hydrogen would explode. If I could do it all out of insulation, you can just run pipes to it and it won't ever exchange. So I built one rocket at a time, got the circulation going, added the next one. Actually, in this case, I did these two, bridged over to here, then did these two, once I had enough ceramic. Alright, so we want you to be a cargo rocket. Can probably do that better, make you a cargo bay. Cancel you. And then I'll use these hydrogen research rockets for going up farther. For oxygen, because I was running low on ceramic and insulation, this is all igneous rock. Once I got the oxygen down cold enough, I just added one rocket at a time, connected the pipes, let them circulate till it got cold, added another rocket, and so forth until I got the full thing circulating again. So it does exchange some. It's coming out of here at negative 200 and coming back at negative 193, but you've got more room with oxygen than you do with hydrogen. There we go. And then I'll have this cargo rocket go to closer asteroids, and then I won't have to worry about it. I think I want you to be cargo, so I don't think you need many more research modules. I think I want 2 cargo bays. Oh, that'd be Liam. I'm like, who's got high stress? Well, the guy who's just been living in a rocket for the last, I don't know, what, 100 cycles? Yeah, he's not particularly happy. I think one of these I accidentally filled with oxygen. Yeah, that one. I forgot to set it to 0. So we definitely did get a broken pipe a little bit, but not that big of a deal. Once it got rotating, it's all coming down in temperature just fine. Hydrogen is the one that you're worried about, and it's coming back. I'm losing 0.6 degrees. The main issue is after you launch the rocket, it then can heat up the pipe and it might interact. How many critters does this say? 8, 9, perfect. Alright, let's see, where do I want them to go? They don't know how much fuel I need. So who got researched? You got researched. Rock. Oh, that's you. That is, that research rocket is heading there right now. So my next one, I have a cargo mission going here. So we want to go to 120. So 5 research modules. And 120,000 is 1630. So that's 9. And then 730. Just gotta wait for the dupes to come in and build it. And these cargo missions are just going through and doing a good time. Where do I want that cargo one to go? Mechanic. Dirt. I'd like to get aluminum. I don't think I have... aluminum planet, right? No, it's hydrogen and water. Methane, iron. Ah, there we are. 150,000. Ooh, can I get to 150,000? So the answer is no. With 2 cargo, you can't make it to 150,000. So we'll just leave that one at 1. But that doesn't mean I can't put on more research modules for it. Really wish you could queue up entire rockets. As opposed to build a piece, wait, build a piece, wait. Alright, this is all now circulating again. Yeah, see, we lost another degree because we weren't circulating anything through it. Except that doesn't break. No, we should be good. I don't have a whole lot of stored up hydrogen, which is why I kind of worry about it. If those pipes start breaking, then they all break. So this is going to be 2470. 18. Yeah, I'm just fueling these up so that way my hydrogen can then liquefy more of it. Maybe I'll go through editing, try and figure out exactly where I lost that particular recording. I'm mostly just building up rocket segments, trying to get up to, trying to get the cargo rocket and everything else built. And I don't quite have all this built yet. Got most of the material built for getting up into space. Two, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So that means this is the right height for gantry. The automation. I've already got the space scanners built, so now I just need to get them programmed for whatever rockets I make. Alright, high priority construction. And try and research all the planets. Usually once I get up to the void, then it's not that big of a deal. What's broken? Ladder. Okay. As long as it's not pipe. I'm definitely starting to get some lag. Got to get some more cleanup going where my dupes just go and pick everything up to help reduce the calculations the game has to make. But yeah, once you get to this kind of late game, even with a nice powerful computer, it still chugs away. Got a lot to calculate. Come on. And of course, the jet suits, while helpful for making building easier, they take a lot of computational power. Oh, I'm running out of steel, aren't I? Yep. I'm like, I know that sound. That is the I'm out of steel sound. That's the other reason I'm building that, switching over to that cargo ship. So I can go start cargoing the other steel planet. I think there was a planet with fossil. Should probably go there soon too. No, I definitely want 2 cargo bays. That's the case. I probably want to do that. Deconstruct that. And that. Now I can make the rocket shorter, save a bit of steel. Oh, I suppose I can use thermium for this. Thermium I've got. Right, you can't build rocket stuff out of thermium. No, I can't even queue that yet. Right, 1 space, yeah. Invalid building location. Oh, and that is the sound of launch. So, anyway. Looks like we're about ready to get some rockets launched. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I'm gonna have some lunch.